Hey, editor Farmer Todd here. I just realized I didn't film an intro for this video, so I'm gonna do it right now. The property we got, they left us a bunch of raised beds, but the soil was uncovered and nothing was growing in it. It was just dead. So I'm gonna help it. To do this, I'm gonna be using some sprouting peas that were microgreens to just get life going again. So sorry for not filming an intro, but enjoy the video. So one of the first things we're gonna do to rejuvenate these beds, just get a root in the ground. If you get a root in the ground, you start building the ecology of the soil back up. So this is what we're gonna use. These are just some microgreen seeds I have left over and 2 years old. So that seed is gonna start to degrade and I wanna use them while I can. So one of our first steps is we're gonna use a big bowl and I'm gonna pour our seed in there. I'm gonna use all these seeds. So then we got all of our seeds in there, time to add water. We're going to want to fill this up all the way because the seeds are going to start to soak up that water. And by the time we're done, most of these seeds should be blown up a little bit. So now we put seeds in the place where they won't be disturbed and we'll check on them in a couple hours. All right, so this is after 2 hours. It's been about 6 hours since we last put water in it. No one's taken any water out. This is just how much water they soak up. As you can see, there's no more visible water, but if I tilt the bowl, you can see water in there. So I can't go out and plant these right now because it's pitch black. So we're gonna do it tomorrow. So I'm gonna fill the bowl up. Now she's all filled up and we'll get them planted out tomorrow. To go out and start planting in the beds, and I wanted to show you guys how much these peas swelled up. They are coming out of the bowl. So we made it down to the garden area and this is what we're working with. So these are blackberries and those are blackberries and there's a little fig over there in the corner. What I wanted to do was get peas planted in these beds. So you can see is the soil's left uncovered. Just dies. It's really hard, it's dusty, there's just no life. So I want to get a root back in the soil. Took the hay they had, just put it over top of the straw, not hay. As you can see, holds water. So we're just trying to build this soil back up. And I think the root crops I'm gonna dig, such as potatoes, I'm gonna do in here. And that way I'm not disturbing a ton of root systems. I can still go really crazy digging out and harvesting root crops. Rather than tear all this down, I can use it. It's infrastructure, it's free. Use what you got. Yeah, we'll go from there. So for this method, I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use my trusty digging tool and just gonna make a line. We're gonna plow. And we're probably gonna make them, about this far apart. I'm not expecting great germination. In fact, if I get anywhere from 25 to 50%, I'll be happy. So we're gonna spread these all over the place and then we'll water in. Let's keep planting. So, made all of our rows, made about 7 rows. Filled them in, and you're gonna see, if you look really close, some seeds actually still on the surface, half buried. Some of them are all buried, and that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be good. And that's how much we used. Gotta use it all, gotta throw it, water it in to help keep it in place, call her good. So I'm on the phone, so if the quality's a little different, that's why. But I was out here watering and peas are starting to come up, germination, all that good stuff. I just want to show you why I like to use mulch. So as we go over this bed, you're gonna notice some more mature beans are really trying to push up, maybe 1 inch to 2 inches tall at the most, but they're definitely pushing up. They look strong, they look healthy. Mulched bed. This bed is right next to it. They were sown maybe 2 minutes apart. So we still got germination again. The seed wasn't the highest quality. The idea was just to get some life in the ground. And if I got anywhere from 20 to 25, 50%, I'd be happy. But you can see that this seed is not nearly as big and strong and far along, even though they were planted about the same time. These are the beds that I dug very shallow trenches, scattered the seed, then patted it down. And now I'll go show you the ones where I did the like 4 rows, buried it, and patted it down. So this guy's probably the better out of the 3 beds, but still, the seeds are coming up. They're great. Germination is by far the best at what I can see, because it's not covered. We got great germination here. This is probably getting close to 60% for 2-year-old seed and just scattered. But they're not nearly as far along. So I'll be curious what the crops look like in about a week. All right, so this is the bed that's next to the mulch bed. There's a big discrepancy. These peas compared to the ones that were in the little more in the shade, and they're also downhill a little bit. So I think being too shallow, the soil may have dried out a little quicker, and I think that theory is going to be backed up by our next bed. Man, there are some just about nice lines. Again, I think this germination was the best. I think the peas liked being a little deeper, but as you can see, the peas on the top, same height as the peas on the bottom, and again, our germination rates are the same. So for peas, plant them a little deeper. All right, so here we are at the mulch bed. You can see the height. A lot of these peas are above the cup. The germination wasn't nearly as solid. I got a theory on that. The bed that had the best germination, most consistent, was a deep furrow. The one that had good germination, but the plants are bigger, was the mulch. I think the reason why these pea plants started off faster, because all the soil was the same soil, was the soil was covered. So instead of having to put all their energy into making roots go down deeper, because if the soil temp rises, I believe it's 5 degrees, plants get stressed, they slow down, if not, it's completely stop growing. So I think all the other beds, those plants had to really push their roots down deep, where with the mulch bed, it was covered, so the soil was cooler, so they could just start growing. To me, this is easy. It really is. This bed didn't take long at all, and mission accomplished. But we got life in beds. If you're low on water, use mulch. If you're trying to make prize winning crops, like get every ounce of it, every percent you can out of that crop, traditional gardening is going to be your answer. But if you're looking for something that's easy and sustainable, that's your answer.